Good morning and God bless. I hope y'all are doing well. You know what's really funny? A couple of days ago, in this exact spot, I did a Shinx raid. And somehow there is an exact Shinx raid in the same gym, this is really weird because I went at around the same time too, when I went to the gym too. So that's really weird. Anyways, I'm counting this kind of like as the part 2 of the fashion show week because they added new fashion shiny Pokemon. Now Shinx was already here, but I do need to get that shiny. But some of the new releases were some old ones from the past. So that's Wooper with the beanie, looks tough. Sneasel with the swag, that's what I'm gonna call it because it's that tough. Absol with the sunglasses, which I've actually had before, but I traded it away. So maybe this week we'll try and get it as a shiny to kind of, reimburse me for the trade, possibly. And Absol is always a shiny boosted Pokemon, same thing for Sneasel, so I'm really hoping to see either one of those. Honestly, if I had to pick what shiny I would like to get from this event, probably Diglett, because I still haven't got that somehow, and Sneasel, just because Sneasel, just that shiny looks so tough. So hopefully we can. Shinx would be kind of cool, and we finish a win 2 raids task, which could be a potential Dragonite or a Butterfree, but hopefully a Dragonite. Check the Shinx check. It'd be really cool if we get this one. Not this one. This is a 489. I'm not gonna lie, my IVs for raids lately have been kind of butt. Like, even though I don't get shinies, but we already know that when it comes to raids. I think the IVs have been kind of tardy too, I'm not gonna lie. But we'll check the IVs on it. You know what? That's really not as bad as I thought it was. Definitely gonna do this, see what this is. Please be Dragonite. Butterfree. I got a Butterfree, which is, I feel like the worst one out of the two. It wasn't shiny. I'm not catching this. We're not gonna do that. But I do want to check some of the Pokemon that are here. There goes the balloon. Goodbye. Oh, we get an incubator, which is nice. Catch a dragon type. See, that would have been nice if that was a Dragonite right there. What's in this one? Catch a Furfrou. I'm good. But one thing I want to do... Okay, I guess I can't delete the Furfrou task. Okay, there we go. I was about to say, what the heck? All right, Curly check. Not shiny. We actually got one in this specific spot, too, which is crazy. Diglett still not having it shiny. I'm really surprised that we hadn't found a Diglett shiny out of all this time, but... Hey, maybe it's an Absol instead or something. I don't know. We'll have to check that in a second. But we did get more news about Unova. That's like the main reason why I wanted to pop it up right now, was because we got news about Unova, the actual like event. Dude, this Absol is so sick. Like, honestly, I already knew that this event was going to be like tough. Like, I already knew this event was going to be so sick. But then they just added more and more stuff to updates that I think this is just going to make the event a million times better. So first, I want to check and see, is this Absol? Not good IVs, that's all good. But there's a bunch of good news that we know about the event that I really want to talk about with, if we go to it, the level up, what did you say? Level up your Pokemon Go Tour Unova experience with a Tour Pass. So it's kind of going over what's going to be in the Tour Pass, but I think it's going to be actually exciting. So the Tour Pass is free. Limited time progression track during the Pokemon Go Tour Unova by collecting tour points, which I don't know what those are, but I guess we'll figure out what those are. And there's a cop right here. By collecting tour points, you can unlock rewards, including your rank and improving your event bonus, which is pretty cool. I like that, there's a way to progress to also, wow, how does the cop park so bad? Sorry. Tour Pass Deluxe. So there's gonna be a deluxe version of the pass as usual, and it will be available for trainers looking for upgraded rewards and faster progression, which I'm assuming the deluxe, you're gonna have to pay for it, but it's probably going to be fire, as we'll go over. When you upgrade your Tour Pass Deluxe, you'll get an immediate encounter with mythical Pokemon Victini. Immediately is super sick. I'm not gonna lie. I wonder, we've already gotten a Victini before. I wonder if it's gonna be a shiny one. They didn't say it, but we've already gotten a Victini, so I'm really curious what they're gonna do there, or if it's just gonna be a second Victini. All trainers can encounter Victini by purchasing a Tour Pass Deluxe, even if they caught it before. Oh. Okay, so it's possible to get a second one. That's fire. That is sick. Okay. Progressing through the Tour Pass Deluxe grants all the rewards for both the free tour and the deluxe. You can upgrade the Tour Deluxe at any time and still collect the previous unlocked tiers. It's pretty cool. And then here are some of the rewards. Encounters with mythical Pokemon Victini, which would be cool to get a second one. Encounters with eventing Pokemon, which who knows what that will be, but probably like Bouffaline, Maractus maybe, because those are like regionals. I don't know, we'll see. Event-themed avatar posts, event-themed avatar items, one lucky trinket, and more. In the lucky trinket, where it explains here, is a single-use item that can be used to turn one friend on your friends list into a lucky friend, even if you aren't best friends. I ain't gonna lie, that's absurd. That's absurd. That is absurd. Crazy talk. I honestly can't believe this. When you're lucky friends with someone, the next time you trade with each other, both Pokemon will become lucky. Wow. After the trade, your lucky status will be cleared. That's sick. I'm not gonna lie, that's really cool. That is, lucky Trinket will only stay in your item bag for a limited time, so don't forget to use it. I'm not gonna lie, that is pretty tough. I'm not gonna lie, like, that is actually insanely cool. That is insanely cool. And then it says during the in-person Pokemon Go tours, which Los Angeles and New Taipei City, ticket holding trainers will receive a special tour pass as a part of their event ticket experience. The tour pass will be available there, blah, blah, blah. I'm not gonna lie, this is so sick. This potential shundo of getting this trinket is so sick. I love the fact that Pokemon Go is yet again reinventing the wheel in a sense. And you might be like, what do you mean reinventing the wheel? But they're adding a new item to where you can become instant lucky friends with this item. Now, I'm going to assume this is just like the specific Pokeball that we got, the Safari Ball that we got during the wild area. Like the limited time, when they mean by that is typically it's only going to be during that event. So, or maybe like a couple days after, which I wouldn't assume that the item is going to last longer than a week. That's my assumption, that like I don't think they're going to do it longer than a week. So my recommendation is to simply just have a person prepared to do the lucky trade for when you get the item. Because, well, to be fair, we don't know when we're going to get the item. It could be like difficult to get, like behind a bunch of research, or it might be like the first thing you claim. Like, honestly, when it comes to this event, there's like a little bit we know, but it's not enough to be fully sure. So what my best recommendation for you guys would be is to simply just have a person lined up. Like, obviously, you know, do what you need to do to try and see if you get lucky that day, just so you don't have to use that item on that person. But, you know, just kind of have a person or maybe two people in mind to see whether or not you want to make them and use the lucky trinket. Because what it seems like is you use your lucky trinket and you guys both become friends. So it seems like technically maybe you could do 2 of them or 3 of them. It really depends how many lucky trades you can do a day when this event. Because if it seems like you only need to use 1 in order to, you know, become both lucky friends, you simply just use that one, get the trade, and then they can use theirs on yours. So maybe you can get 2, or maybe you can get multiple if you have multiple friends that have lucky trinkets. So I have a couple questions, I'm not gonna lie, and I'm really excited to see what Pokemon Go is gonna do with that. Another Win 2 raids task is actually really sick. So I'm really curious what Pokemon Go, like before the event happens, if they're going to set a lock on it. I mean, I can see Niantic doing that, as crazy as that sounds, right? Like, I feel like Pokemon Go would add kind of like a, you know, 1 person per trinket possibly. However, if they don't add this 1 trinket per, I think that would make the event super stacked for a couple reasons. For one, the global would be cool because, I mean, some people probably play with multiple people, but I'm even thinking global. Like, imagine how many lucky trades could go down at like a global event with the trinket. But then that also adds, if the trinket does well this event, will they add it in multiple events? Because I would love if Niantic added this in numerous like Go Fest, Safari Zones, this trinket. Because when it comes to the Unova Tour, there's so much cool regionals that come out during this like event day that I really feel like if they did it for this, it would be so much cooler, if you know what I mean. Like, I would love if Pokemon Go really just, you know, kept adding this trinket, because what it sounds like is like it's literally a crazy potential shundo, but it also, I think it's good that it makes you like kind of force yourself in a sense to try and add people, which I think is cool. And I feel like not that many people realize, and maybe if you don't have that many friends, that you should really look into like trying to add more people, because there's just millions of benefits: getting gifts, getting 7-kilometer eggs, eventually being able to do lucky trades, just so many bonuses you can get from adding as friends. And I feel like it's like the biggest thing that Pokemon Go is doing this. So y'all can let me know in the comments below what you guys think of, you know, what I kind of just talked about when it comes to the Unova Tour, the trinket, and stuff like that. But now you're going to see some grind that we did, then where we got a couple research, and, you know, we did the first Sierra task, which was really cool because it now has Scroopy. So that, we're going to see that check. See y'all then. All right, so one thing I noticed was Deoxys is spawning in gyms. Now, This specific Deoxys, I actually have a shiny of because I was able to solo it at under level 30, or under level 40, I should say. This one, I caught it in 2022, and I did it in a solo. You might be like, how is this possible? So the certain form that this Deoxys is, it is so beyond weak that it is easily soloable. The things I used was Tyranitar. Now, I do not have a remote raid, more so, I don't know how to get over there. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm simply just going to try and find some raids in normally where I grind. Hopefully we'll have some Deoxys there. I believe there's 2 different types of Deoxys that is out right now. Also, I accidentally caught everything that was here that spawned, but luckily it was just 2 Sneasels and a Wooper. None of them were shiny. I would have showed you if they were, which would have been crazy. Dude, the workout felt amazing. Great workout. It hit chest and back. And I was really only gonna hit chest, but nothing was open in chest because it's like that New Year's resolution type of thing. Wooper, not shiny. I say that because there's always the joke, and I've even made the joke because I failed multiple times in the past of New Year's, I'm gonna work out every day, and then like after a month, there's like no one there. So I'm assuming when I get to the gym in like a month, there's not that many people there. However, I'd still be very happy if there was people there. Not shiny Croagunk, that would have been cool. I have one of them from, I think last year. I think I caught 2 last year, which is pretty sick. And I think I got traded one. It was a really good IVs. Okay, I'm not catching that. Cool CP though. But I do have the Fashion Show 2 out of 5 research that I want to claim. So first is 3 components, and the great thing is I'll now have a super rocket radar. We'll try, and honestly I think I'm just grinding for Skorupi right now, honestly, hopefully to get that shiny. So I think I'm just gonna keep going for Sierras, maybe Arlos, because Arlos does have an Alolan Grimer. I think I want to do Cliff last, to be honest, because like Cubone is cool, but I don't really need Cubone, you know what I mean? Like I don't need any of them honestly, but like the ones that I'm hunting for would want to get would be cool, would be Skorupi, then Alolan Grimer, and maybe even Cubone, maybe. I don't even know if he's on my wants list. Actually, technically, he'd be on one of the hunts list though, because I still never caught it before. So we'll definitely have to go for it. The only thing I don't like about shiny Cubone, if you're curious, is like the shiny just isn't that different. And I usually just love to grind for shinies that have a complete different look. That's kind of like my grind. What is this encounter? Backward attack Croagunk. That's actually pretty cool. Now Hundo's high 400s, like 405, a little higher, so 395 isn't going to be the best in the world when it comes to research, but that's really no worries at all. I'm running out of gas. Let's hurry this up. All right, what is this catch? Yeah, is that 13 or 12? That's a 13, 14, and 12. So not the best in the world. I've seen better, but that's all good. Got our mysterious component, which is nice. I'll see if there's any around me. I don't think there is though. Okay, well that's really unfortunate that it's all the way over there. What I'll probably do is I'll probably go somewhere where I usually grind at, and I'll hopefully find a Deoxys raid, but I'll also hopefully find Team Rocket. So let's go. It's actually unbelievable how nice it is outside. I can't even put into words. I have so many spawns I need to check. Preferably some cool shiny ones would be sick, but I'm gonna do a Minccino raid. Hopefully the blue incense like is that nice outside to where I'm actually gonna do stuff. That's crazy to me. But we're gonna check all these costume shinies, potentially costume shinies. Hopefully they are actually costume shinies. Would be sick. So many Team Rockets. Oh, it's a cliff. Okay, well I guess it's gonna be our first cliff we're gonna do. Might as well go for it. So far I've seen like, so it was a Cubone and a Marowak. I'm really confused, and if you're wondering why, I'm usually the second evolution is the last one, but the last one's a Tyranitar. Well, luckily Machamp was able to take out all 3. So obviously they're ground type, so technically you'd want to use what's best for ground, like the weakness for that. But me personally, I just used a fighting type. I used Shadow Machamp, and with this low of health, it still knocked out all 3. So that would be my recommendation for you, with my opinion. So I definitely want to see if this Cubone is shiny. Would be super cool since I don't have it. Again, it's not like my biggest hunt, but yet again, I would still hunt for it either way. Would be super cool, and I needed a cliff for a challenge. So not shiny, 214 CP isn't that bad, I don't think. I guess we'll check the IVs, let you know whether or not. Okay, well, we're gonna check the IVs. We're gonna catch it. Let's hope it not jumps out. It's acting like it's a shiny or something, jumping out. Some audacity that Cubone has. But we're gonna check to see whether or not this is shiny. You have every single noise that could possibly happen from this earth that's happening right now, but it's straight. IV's not that great. And Croagunk and Absol checks. Check this, and then we definitely need to do every single one of these grunts to try and get another radar. Can you not? In the span of 1 minute, it got freezing. So I'm gonna hopefully go back to my car after this. I am gonna get literally every single every single grunt that we see, because we definitely need to try and get the new leaders because they do have new shinies. So that's definitely going to be our goal, is to make sure I get every single grunt here, because I think there's 3 extra ones I can get, and that's just enough to get a Rocket Radar. Technically, we've done 2 checks so far, the new Shadow Shinies, and haven't got much, but that's totally fine. Definitely our goal is to get maybe one of those Shadow Shinies this week. I think that'd be pretty cool. I'm going to ready this up. Hopefully, we get a shiny Minchino. We got a Minchino raid right here. We're using our free pass for today, and oh my goodness. I don't know if you guys can hear the wind, but it's really bad. But we're going to see whether or not we get a Minchino shiny, because we still have not gotten a Minchino shiny yet. And honestly, it would be pretty sick. And Fighting type's just going to knock this out. Dude, shout out Fighting types. They came in clutch for the Cliff, and now it's coming in clutch for the Minchino. Let us see it. Wow, it is. I can't even ignore the coldness. It is that cold. If we get this shiny, that'd make it worth it. I popped my blue incense, but I don't even know if I'm going to like do the blue incense because of how cold it is. Like, it's genuinely that cold to where like I don't have a beanie. I don't have gloves. Ooh, we did get a win 2 raids task. We'll have to check that as well. Minchino, are you shiny? Darn, you are not. 494. That is actually really butt. That is really bad, but it's okay. Quick catch it. And then we're going to check. Win 2 raids. Dragonite check. Another Butterfree. I kept... Second time in a row. It's not a Dragonite, but it's all good. I'm going to get all the grunts. If you get anything on the blue incense, I'll let you know. And maybe we'll come back with another leader check. It's actually crazy how cold it got in the span of like 3 minutes. Because I was simply thinking, oh, I'll just pop my blue incense and then I'll go do the raid that's, you know, down by a park. It's like 5-10 minute walk. Little did I know that winter completely tricked me, pulling my leg, if you will, and it got really cold. So I don't know if you can tell from my ears and my nose, like it literally got so cold so fast. Like I'm genuinely confused. I'm genuinely like, how? But we have a Sableye check. That was not shiny. That actually could have been shiny. That would have been really cool, because in raids you can't solo it, which I think is crazy. You can't solo a Sableye in shadow raids. So you know, it was a good check. 1,500 Stardust for that catch is gross. This does have a Mega, so it would have been cool. There's a lot going on here. Okay, let's check everything. So we have the Marinis. Dude, one thing I want to talk about when it comes to Unova is that we're getting 4 different types of Deerling shinies. Do you know what that means? Hold on, I'll show y'all, just in case y'all don't know. Deerling. So let me go to the Pokédex. There's 4 different forms of Deerling. And we're going to get all 4 of them shiny. Now, is it going to be in research? Is it going to be in... Hopefully it's not eggs. I'm going to be really disappointed if they're in eggs. But interesting to see. Especially like Bouffalon. I forgot about that. That's going to be a new shiny in the event as well. I'm actually really excited for shiny Bouffalon. But I think one that I'm just an ounce more excited for is Maractus. Maractus is the cactus Pokemon that kind of spawns in Florida. And I think in a couple other places. But I caught it during, I believe it was Gold Fest of last year. And now they're finally going to add it as the shiny version in the Unova. So if you don't know what Maractus is, let me find it for you. Show you an example of what it looks like. Right here, Maractus. And it has a beautiful shiny. And I surprisingly have a couple decent IVs. Definitely would love to trade someone. Maybe get like a lucky one. I definitely want to see what regional shinies I can get, and especially with the lucky Trinket. That's what I'm really excited about as well. There's no way I can't reach that. Oh, okay. I was about to say, what the heck? This lucky Trinket that's going to come out in Pokemon Go, honestly, I'm really excited for it, because I'm assuming they're testing it just like they did with piggyback raids, which I'm not gonna lie, 2020, end of 2024, 2025, I love that Pokemon Go is testing things. Like, the game's been out since 2016, but yet they're still finding new ways to add cool new things. And with this new thing being this lucky Trinket, which I don't know if that's ever been a thing in other games. Y'all can let me know if they like borrowed that idea from one of their other games or something like that. All I know is it's definitely unique to Pokemon Go, or it's going to be unique for Pokemon Go, in the simple fact that, honestly, I feel like trainers love lucky trades. Like, I love lucky trades. With the big thing, I think people like the IVs wise, you know, the best chance for the best IVs, the Shundos. I like the background. I'm a weirdo. I'm sorry. If that makes me a weirdo, that I love the lucky Pokemon because of the background, dude, I must be a weirdo. Because I love the background of the lucky. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, it's like, the good IVs are cool and all, but I like just the gold look. I think the gold look background is so sick. I don't know. I'm a big sucker for backgrounds, especially when they do them for certain events. I think it's so sick. Now that I have, is that another grunt? Oh my goodness, we are finding too many of these. Okay, well, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do this one because if I claim the one in my research, then this one won't count. So I'm gonna do this one, get the rocket radar, and then claim the other one. So I'll have one extra one, so I only have to do 5 grunts. Does that make sense? 500 IQ Tepig, dude. I've seen a couple new Shadow Pokemon, or at least some that I haven't seen in like a long time, at least, like Talo. I saw one yesterday, bro. I've never seen that one before. So Oshawott 2 is pretty cool. I don't see many Tepigs either. I don't know. Some of these probably aren't new, but like Talo, bro, I've never seen a Shadow Talo in my life. That shiny would be tough. I'm not gonna cap. If they had that instead of the Cubone, I'd be grinding Cliff, but I don't think that sounds right. I would be very much going for that shiny. Let's word it that way. Yikes. Like, wow. Beyond the point, it would be cool if Shadow Talo did come out. God, Shadow Talo shiny got me acting up, bro. Like, dude, when I try to explain to people how my brain works, and then, like, they just see a clip like this, and they'll just be like, bro, are you good? It's just, wow. I think that last 30 seconds just perfectly show an example of what I do for a living. Just to say the most weirdest things. All right, anyways, let's check this Tepig. We'll see if it's a decent IV. It's a 207. Let me not Pineapple Berry here. If we do that, it's gonna take like a million tries to catch it. Hopefully we get a good IV though. Would be sick. I've never caught a Hundo Shadow. I've gotten a couple purified, but never a Hundo. So it would be cool to see a Hundo Shadow for the first time. That is not it. That is indubitably not it. But we do now have a Super Rocket Radar. If there's one by me, that'd be super sick, but I don't think there is. Is that another grunt? Oh my goodness. They're just here too often. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I can't reach that. I'm gonna have to wait for the 12 o'clock balloon. I'm not reaching that. So unfortunately, by the way, I didn't see any Deoxys. That was the other form. I was hoping that I would find a Deoxys that'd be like my type of form, if that makes sense. But we were not able to find it, unfortunately. But that's no worries. Also, this explore 2 kilometers, I feel like I explored the whole state already, and it's only not giving me it. So I don't know what that's about. However, we've checked everything else here. It's not shiny. However, what I will do is win 2 raids. That's tough. Hopefully it gives me a freaking Dragonite and not a million Butterfree. I've gotten 3 Butterfrees from the research already. So that's why I'm a little salty and will hope for not a Butterfree. But I feel like after all that, that's going to end today's video. God bless. Jesus loves y'all. Thank y'all so much for showing up to today's video. I'll see y'all in the next one. Big grinds for Shadow Grunts, 100%. Let me know in the comments below, what shiny grind are you going for?